Thanks for tuning into the Texas Scratch King channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. And make sure you hit the notification icon bell so you will know every time a new one drop. This video gives us a short backstory about the legendary Dogman William J Lightener, about his own fighting and singing career and also how he started in the dog game. William Joseph Lightener was born in Baltimore, Maryland in 1877. His grandfather started fighting dogs about 1850 and developed a game strain. And he never sold a dog. Likewise, Mr. Lightener's father and uncles continued winning as well and never sold a dog. When Mr. Lightener was 6 years old, he used to watch the fights which were held every week in the old ice house in Baltimore. About 1894 he entered the prize ring as a fighter himself and made a little money around the East. He also was a singer. He had a wonderful deep bass voice. In the late 1890s he, 2 sparring partners and 4 dogs started west and fought their way to the Pacific coast. Most of his fighting was bare-knuckle fights for side bets in locals not known to the police and were finish fights. His hands were all busted up and looked like sledgehammers. Some of the fights were on river boats, where they had dog and cock fights at the same time. He speaks of the Illinois River and of course, the Mississippi and Missouri rivers. He made a lot of money in Oregon, where the lumberjacks had a bully in most every camp and money meant very little. However, Cripple Creek was his favorite for winning as the altitude affected newcomers, both dogs and men. This trip to the Pacific coast was a highly profitable one from a money standpoint, as he still had 2 dogs left and $8,000. However, he was shot through the shoulder which ended his own career as a fighter, but he still sang in saloons and fought dogs. He stayed with Jim Corbett in San Francisco a while to rest up. He then started back, ending in Cripple Creek, Colorado, where dog fights were the chief sport. He got more dogs from home. At one time he had 32 bitches. He got married and Mrs. Lightener became a fanatic on dog fights. She was a smart operator and matchmaker and they never lost a fight for 42 years with dogs they backed themselves. After the boom died out in Cripple Creek, they had a lot of dogs and no place to fight. So they sold a few and cut the kennel production. Mrs. Lightener died suddenly. Her picture in the front room always had a fresh flower in front of it. Mr. Lightener was the best friend a man ever had, and the worst enemy. He has been a tremendously powerful man. Hands like hams. Big boned. 200 pounds. And skinny. William J. Lightener died on February 13, 1959. He and his wife are buried in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Thanks for listening to the Texas Scratch King channel. Until the next time, my friends. Never submit to life and keep scratching every time.